Hey gang, it's Kevin here, Life22, and we've got another Friday night. And you know what happens on Friday nights? On Friday nights, what happens on Friday nights, Aristotle? Yeah, we sleep. Yep, he's closing his eyes. Aristotle is the parakeet that is on the post over my left shoulder. So, anyways, um, I got another letter from Luke. This would be like the fourth one in like 3 weeks. I don't open any of them. This one I'm about to read to you from March 21st, 2024 of last year, one whole year later. I'm getting around to reading it. It was out of the envelope. I didn't read it. My wife must have. So, but before that, I had to finish these other two. So I just read these. I didn't read them to you guys. They're on the website. You're more than welcome to check that out. Settlement offers. Okay, so he writes 2 letters to Judge Sinatra. One on March 11th, 2024, and it essentially is all the stuff, the diagram he needs to fix the federal government. Ta-da. I'm sure the judge really cares. The next one is 4 pages in the worst handwriting I've ever seen. It was daunting to read this. And so that was 4 pages to Judge Sinatra, pretty much on current events of the time. And so, like, the judge, like, it's like he doesn't have, like, NPR or something, or doesn't have the news, whatever one he chooses to watch. You okay? So this one, March 21st of last year, once we get probation to stop cooperating with mysterious sources to lie about my demeanor right in the courtroom, I will be home again and ready to do all these big things there are to do that I've learned in this federal alternative education, but without the padded helmet and short bus part of my life, I may need to subpoena into the courtroom everyone I ever knew when I was Cattaraugus County Libertarian Chairman, though. And then off to the sidebar, he writes, this includes all of you. It's not 2023 anymore, it's 2024. There would be other things to talk about other than embezzlement in the courtroom if I have to subpoena everyone, have John Crawford call me my father's number at 407-716-9407. You heard that, John? Out there in TV land, John, you hear that? Call him. I have 3 people across the county we need to buy off right now. He wrote the word mo, like his N's look like M's, so my thought is that it's meow. But just like how in 2022, Joe Exotic was trying to buy off Carol Baskins. Oh my God. It's not 2020. He was trying to buy off Carol Baskins. Didn't this shit happen in like 2020? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? The first one is Katie Valentine. She has slept on my Olean couch before. Reasonable suspicion to believe she has tried to do the same with Olean Officer Pavlok last year. We will forgive Katie for lying to the Hamburg police in 2023. We need to get a blighted Olean house into Katie's name. Why? Why do you need to get a blighted house into Katie's name, dude? I don't get it. Like, you just go right there. Like, shouldn't your thing be, like, focusing on, like, actual defense? Like showing that you're sane. You're writing hundreds of these letters to me and everybody else. It's like absolute nonsense. And then your concern is not like, hey, I need a character reference from you, my buddy Kevin, which you probably don't want to ask me for one. Just going out on a limb on that one. But you don't like you just asked to move a blighted house into Katie Valentine's name. For what reason? What is that? How does that help you? How does that help you? You're all of a sudden altruistic and you want to just do the greater good of Olean now. Like, that's it. That's it. So, you okay, Aristotle? He's new to being on the podcast, so he's a little nervous, as you can tell. Let's see here. Blighted house into Katie's name. We will get a U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development official into the federal courtroom so Katie's new house in Olean can have a... Can I help you, Bubba?
Dad.
Yeah.
What's the zombie game you were gonna...
I'll talk to you about it in just a minute, dude. Okay? Yep. Soon. Let me finish, all right?
What, with that note?
Yes, I'm reading this note. I'm doing a podcast, okay?
With that note?
Yes, with that note.
Why is there a fish in the water with a hat and smoke?
I don't know, Bubba. All right, I'll talk to you in a little bit. Close the door, please.
Okay.
Sorry about that, gang. Let's get back to reading. Don't forget to shut the door, please.
I know.
Oh, okay. Luke. Into the federal courtroom so Katie's new house in Olean can have a hefty grant loan to pay that black and yellow truck I saw driving around Olean in 2023 to fix it up for her. That is very U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development official. And my entourage of federal lawyers will thus be inspired enough to solve the rest of Olean's blight by paying Life22's Tim Allen Home Improvement of Olean to do as such. Are you kidding me? Like, see, you want Katie Valentine, you want to give her a blighted house, and then you're going to, like, it's not the fact that he's, like, incorporating me, like, hey, Kevin, your construction company can fix this house up and you'll make tons of money. It's like, I don't need clients, Luke. Like, I help so many people out on a daily basis, and I charge a fair and reasonable price that I have more than enough clients. I don't need, like, I'll take on extras, and I get some, and they get fired, and, you know. I can turn down some work too, Luke. This would be one I would turn down. Because, first off, it's never going to come to fruition. You have a team of lawyers. And why are you still in jail? You're acting as if, like, Judge Sinatra has, like, just been like, you know what? He's right. 1 year ago, today, he wrote this, or it was postmarked for. So we're talking about a year ago, before Doge. He's talking about, he wrote all these nice letters to Judge Sinatra, and Judge Sinatra just dubbed him Elon, created Doge a year prior to Doge. And then Luke's just, using federal funds to just help Olean? This is insanity. These letters condemn you, bro. They condemn you. I can't. I can't stress this enough. It's like beating your head against a wall, because even if he can see this video, even if his mom takes it down, writes it into words, translates and transcribes every bit of my podcast, he would read it and then instantly delete it from his mind and then be like, no, this is helpful. This is helpful. This is helpful to us. Keep the letters coming, because it keeps you in a faraway land. We like you in faraway land. Like Forrest Gump's dad, we hope to never see you again. Like that's kind of like, because we don't need insane people. We have enough people living under the bridge in Olean being insane. We don't need another one who lives in a house and votes and writes us letters, and like at least the people that are like physically down living in the river, living under the bridge and pooping in the river, causing more sewage discharge on a daily basis, having homeless people live under the bridge, than the city of Olean, for example. Anyways, just nonsense. But first, we need to get the house in Olean for Katie, so she can house all Olean stray cats for herself, and type everyone's paperwork from home like she does professionally. At the top of this page, there is the words, Melissa Ensel is going to get a job finally. She is being promoted from armchair prosecutor in the comment section of my old group to the assistant manager of Ryan Gary's corporate satellite office. Archbishop Walsh alumni Kellen Dwyer was... see, I've never heard that name before, and it makes sense because he was on that list that we read the other morning. Will have his Pentagon position defunded. He will relocate back to Olean and be Melissa's supervisor at the Ryan Gary Olean corporate law satellite office. I'm going to finish reading the top message again instead of going back to the letter, because it is continuation of the Melissa story. Please tell Melissa, chunky butt, unemployed since 2013, Ensel, I am here helping Richard Greer make it past his 90 days speedy trial deadline. I'm a jailhouse lawyer for Chomos. Can't legally prove who is behind an electronic device downloading Chomo porn. That last sentence was all in capitals and underlined. So anyways, Michael Crick of Salamanca, zoning board, is extremely creepy and claims Brett Teeter of Hampstead, North Carolina, is my father-in-law. We need to entertain Brett with lucrative opportunities in that same federal courtroom. Brett is plenty connected enough with people from the Confederacy who have the know-how to fix every last water pipe in the city of Olean. Ed Jennings claims loses 2 million gallons of water per year. Just as some clarity, when I served on the council before Ed retired, I don't believe that Ed ever came to us with water loss, because Ed doesn't work in the water department. Ed worked for code enforcement as a firefighter before he left for retirement. People down south are descended from slaves, so they will work for low wages in Olean. What does that... You jump from Ed Jennings to descendants of slaves working for low wages. Dude, like, you're all over the freaking place, man. The Life22 home improvement show can help with this too. This will make up for me telling Brett to get Moderna in 2021. Then we need to help Ryan Gary of Edina, Minnesota, pay off his overrated $1 million plus house. We will do this by helping him establish a federal litigation satellite office by Siemens Dresser Rand. John Crawford's 2020 cameo with Chuck Schumer has not gone forgotten, so Dr. John Crawford can help this inevitable satellite office come into Olean by taking Ryan Gary's New York license, the same Peterson Volts said John Crawford faked. Wait a minute. Said John faked his doctorate. Okay. The district attorney from Michigan or wherever the hell Ryan Gary, wherever he is from, is not putting a satellite office in Olean, New York. John Crawford does not have the pull because he was in a cameo with Chuck Schumer once to pull strings to move a legal office here. Like, I'm about to have a stroke, or a seizure. John Crawford is working on his doctorates too. I've talked to him about it because somebody keeps bringing it up on the internet, and sometimes it hits John close to home because he didn't fake a doctorate because he's still working on his doctorates. If you have a doctorate, you know they're very difficult to get. I mean, they can be, because actually, if you're on the audio podcast, it probably says this show is produced by Dr. Reverend Kevin Doherty. So they can be hard to get. The one John's getting, harder to get than mine. A lot harder to get than mine. So, anyways, as Kaiser Wilhelm Alio and his make assistant one second, folks. Well, that was fun. One of the kids came home from playing with his friend and then decided to get in an argument with his brother, and the younger one does not fare as well. So let us see here. Where did we leave off, Brett Tears? Okay, we are almost done. All right. So, as Kaiser Wilhelm Alio and his I want to say it's make. Maybe it's mail. And his male assistant getting my letters from here. Is Kaiser Wilhelm Alio and his male assistant getting my letters from here? He doesn't have a male assistant. I guess that's what's throwing me off about that word, because it looks like it could be male, but unlike the former mayor of Salamanca, Smitty, and his bullshit-free garbage pickup promise, I intend on following through on everything I am saying. I will also be paying my mother back by making her a Salamanca hotel owner by 2030. Please support the new 1980s restaurant on Broad Street in Salamanca. It is co-owned by Jeff Bish, so it supports the town of Olean volunteer firefighters. MAGA dash Luke Winky. I don't know what that anagram stands for because there's a period after each one of those words I just read. So, well, gang, wasn't that fun? Well, we'll see you guys next time on Life22. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay well.